Try to imagine for a second the kind of chaos that would ensue if you took the arguments in opposition to the Save America Act, the argument that almost always focuses on the supposed difficulty of procuring identification documents, whether documents to prove citizenship at the time of registration or a government-issued photo ID at the time of voting. Imagine if you applied that to any of the other myriad contexts in which it's required to prove who you are, either when you fill out an I-9 form, when you start a new job, or every American, when starting a new job with a new employer, you have to fill out an I-9 form, which has very rigid documentation requirements to establish your U.S. citizenship. Now, the Save America Act's documentation requirements for citizenship are infinitely more flexible, easier to comply with than those accompanying the I-9. Imagine if the reaction there were just, okay, nobody has to prove that. Imagine if nobody had to prove anything anytime. When they boarded a plane, when they bought a hunting or a fishing license, when they picked up a payment, made withdrawals from a bank, or when they did a background check when purchasing a firearm, any of those things, you'd be laughed at if you said some people might find it difficult to comply. Therefore, we're not going to require any identification or documentation at all. This is nonsense. It's doubly nonsense given that the Save America Act makes these things really, really easy to comply with. It is not at all hard. It's so much more flexible than the opponents of the Save America Act are suggesting. So keep that in mind.